I know, I thought it was good. It was so good. So good, so good.
You didn't record that section?
So yeah, I'm never gonna remember that story again. Thank
We
you guys.
will. We'll remember it.
You remember that. You tell somebody that story and you'll remember it. So very cool. Thank you guys for letting me share that. Let me share my screen now that we're thinking about it. We're going to jump right into this week's lesson, everybody's favorite lesson from 37 Exact Ways to Ask for Referrals and Get It Every Time, the book called Referral Mastery, which we've been studying. So I know this looks familiar to you. Location, price, motivation, agent, mortgage, appointment, right?
Thanks to Realtor.com's home alerts, we found this.
LP Mama.
That was cool. So so we've got obviously LP Mama is the script that we think that is very, very important to all of us. Hopefully you guys are taking the time to commit this to memory, and hopefully when you're talking to someone, you're using these points as conversation pieces as a reason to build and nurture a relationship. So LP Mama, I won't hang on that too long. You guys are already familiar with it. But I thought this was cool. This is something I've been doing for a long time. And this is amplifier number 5, which if you're following along in the book is page.
Whoa, that's small, 47.
47. So page 47 in the book, it's page 54 in the PDF version. But have your clients call you friend as quickly as possible. And there's some really good points in this short little chapter or short little lesson. And so, you know, my tagline, I think I got this from an old friend of mine, David Hancock, because he's always referred to people as friend, 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 always. And so I think I started doing that. I was copying him. And so my tagline in real estate, for those of you who don't know, is your friendly neighborhood realtor. You know, that's kind of what I've been using now for several years. And I think I got it from Spider-Man. You know, but I love the term friend because it sounds so much better, as we'll read, to say I have a friend in the business versus, oh, I know a real estate agent, or I know a realtor, or, you know, some other frame of reference. But to say I have a friend in the business, I think it means more to the party receiving and the party offering the referral. And so this is a short chapter. We'll go through it pretty quickly and we can talk about it. But it says, have your clients call you friend as quickly as possible. Much like the word family, the word friend can carry a lot of power to get referrals. Here's an example of how you can use it. Isn't it nice to know you have a friend in the business that you're comfortable referring the people that you care about to? So I might leave some of that out. If I were actually going to say this in real life, I might say, isn't it nice to know you have a friend in the business that you can refer people that you care about to, or that you can refer people to, right? I think that's a perfectly nice, pleasant statement, question. You want to remind people that, you know, they should consider you a friend in the business. So a few other examples might be, isn't it good to have a friend in the business? Or it's good to have a friend in the business, isn't it? You might become aware of how good you feel when you let the other agent know that you have a friend in the business. You can sign all of your letters, your friend in the real estate business. So, and I know some of us use that term. Is it you, Randall? Do you use that term, friend, somewhere in your marketing? No, somebody does that I've spoken to recently. And it says, the reason I love the word friend is because it is the way people refer you. They say, I have a friend in the business. When a person's going to advise another person they care about to use you as a real estate agent or as a mortgage consultant, they say, hey, you ought to call my friend. He's in the real estate business. But here's a mistake I see all the time. We tend to refer to ourselves as real estate consultants, even when the client is referring to us as a friend. So start by identifying yourself as their friend. The faster we can get a person to use the word friend in identifying us, the better. I love the whole notion of saying to people, well, let me give you the advice a good friend would give another good friend. Here's what to say if someone asks you what you think their house is worth. Well, I'd suggest the same thing I would suggest to a really good friend. Isn't advice that comes from a friend different advice coming from a real estate consultant? I think it is, yeah. So he says, of course it is. And the more you continually refer to yourself as a friend, the more they'll associate you with friendship. So another example might be, isn't it nice to know that you have a friend in the business you can trust and that you can feel comfortable introducing the people that you care about most to? Isn't that a nice thing? See, here's the thing. Most people want to have a friend in the business. They want to have a friend they can refer others to so they can be the hero for their friends. Now, I thought this was so true. How many times have you thought to how many times have you thought the following? Boy, I wish I had a friend who was a plumber. And you could extrapolate that for just about any category, right? I wish I had a friend who was an electrician. I wish I had a friend who was this or that, or a painter, a plumber. So it's very, very true. I think people want to be able to say, I have a friend in the real estate business. So over time, I've noticed that the girl who cuts my hair has become a friend. The same with my therapist and my life coach. And when I refer to Amy, my acupuncturist, masseuse, I say, oh yeah, you need to see my friend Amy. She does a really great masseusing. Masseuse. Is that the word?
Sure.
There's something that happens when you cross over that line and start to call someone a friend. It's no longer about price. It's no longer about trust, because those are inherent, right? Those are part of the relationship. Those are part of the friendship. It's no longer about price. It's no longer about trust. It's about the relationship. And once you cross over, it's hard to go back to calling someone just your real estate agent or just your carpet cleaner, right? And so I wish I had a friend who was a carpet cleaner, or I wish I had a friend who was a mortgage person, or I wish I had a friend who was a real estate agent. I think that is, in fact, how most people would like to refer to us. So be more aggressive in referring to yourself as their friend, as opposed to waiting for them to call you their friend. Here's how you can start that. After somebody lists or buys your property and decides to work with you, you can say to them, you're going to be out looking at homes and you're going to run across other real estate agents. To make everyone feel comfortable, say to all the other real estate agents that you already have a friend in the business. And I thought that was a really, really good idea. Hey, Evelyn. So really good idea, because so many times, there are some snaky real estate agents, and so if your client doesn't say, I have a friend in the business, the other agent might say, well, have you signed anything yet? Right? But if your client or your friend says, I have a friend in the business, I think that steals all the mojo from the other agent that you might be talking to, whether it's a new home development, right, where they have the people working in the model homes and such. I've had clients stolen that way. Whether it's an open house, the other agent's natural response will be, well, have you signed anything yet? Yeah. But if they say, I have a friend in the business, I think it's much more powerful. So just think about how discouraging it is when somebody says they already have a friend in the business. You don't feel like you have a shot. If somebody said that to me, I feel like, oh, okay, I'm out. I don't have a shot with this customer. So you want your friends and clients to say to other agents about you. Whenever you're sending people to look at an open house, ask them to walk in, show the listing agent your card, and let the agent know I already have a friend in the business. It's not, I know an agent, which is different than I have a friend in the business. There's more strength around the word friend. So, do we all agree?
Yes.
Yes. Sorta? All right, let's talk about that.
Because, when we're taught about this, people say, oh, my sister-in-law is a real estate agent. I got a friend that's a real estate agent. It's like we're always taught to try to steal them.
I have somebody
Yeah.
that wants to talk about rentals.
Oh.
Anybody available?
You want to rent or?
Okay.
So to me, it makes really good sense to encourage our clients to say, I have a friend in the business. And the quickest way to get them to do that, I think, is to refer to ourselves as their friend, right? Any thoughts, Holly? You like that idea, that strategy?
It reminds me of the conversation I was having with you the other day where I told you, and I said, a friend of mine, remember, is a realtor, Olivia Stevens, and I was showing you her site. And then I
Yes.
caught myself, I was kind of like, wow, it's like, we're not necessarily, we keep in touch on social media and all of that, but all she really did for us was sell our house. But she did it in such a way that it made us feel like we've forged a friendship with her. And I do believe we have, but again, just for that to roll off your tongue after, only having dealt with her just for the sale of our house, I think that that's important. Yes, just to your clients to be able to say that. And it is stifling. Like if I would, because I say that, I know if we were ever to go back to that area, she is the only person I would call.
That's
So it would
exactly
be
right.
hard for anyone to break that barrier.
And if you were talking to someone who was going to be buying or selling in that area, you would probably say, I have a friend you
Mhm.
need to talk to. I have a friend who's an agent. And so you're going to lead off with friend. And I think that that's a much more powerful referral to the person you're speaking to.
Mhm.
And I know a real estate agent out there, maybe you give them a call, So I'm a big fan of amplifier number 5
I love that.
in that book. So. Yeah. All right. Jameson, you got your hard hat on, brother?
Not
Nothing.
currently.
Not
Lord.
currently. What are you in? It kind of looks like a container or something.
Yep, I hang out in a Connex box.
Wow. It's ironic because Debbie was just showing me this morning a beautiful house that was built out of those container boxes. Yeah. Did you see that? Yeah, it was
Seen
amazing.
those. Those are cool.
Yeah. So very, very cool. So what do you think about this term friend in the business? You like that?
I do. And it
Good.
is one of those things that's very easy to work into conversation.
That's right. That's right. So cool, man. You're how's launch going? Not to get off on a tangent, but I know you're in launch, right? So
Yeah. It's
okay.
good.
Good.
Learning lots.
Good.
We are learning a lot, aren't we?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Excellent. So, all right. Any more thoughts about the term friend or location, price, motivation, agent, mortgage appointment? Oh, nailed it. LP Mama. So cool. Hey, Kelly Alpert. There's Jenny. Yes, Jenny and Kelly and Debbie all hanging out.
I look a mess. There. Now you can hear us. Hey,
Look at
sorry,
that.
I listened your, sorry, yeah, we just, yeah. They've been at the gym. We've been to,
Oh,
Vicky
okay.
and I've been to the gym.
I love it.
No, she goes.
I'm
now.
sorry, I've been here since 9 this morning
Oh,
working.
Thank you, Kelly. Thank you.
Oh, nice to see you guys. Nice to see you.
They are a riot.
Yeah.
They are a riot, yes. So, gin and tonic. All right, gang, we're gonna let you go. Have a fantastic day. Have a fantastic weekend. As always, if you need me, you know how to get a hold of me.
Call me, text me, email. I'm always here, always available, and always happy to help. That means
Woohoo!
24/7.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.